All right, you guys, are you ready for this one? This is my cute as a bug 10-page workshop. I'm not going to do all the assembly and stamping and all of that because it's actually pretty easy. There's a lot of fussy cutting, but that's it. So the stamps that I used are the two that come with the 2025 album retreat, but you really could use anything that's got a small alphabet set and little sentiments and splashes and stars and those kinds of things. So if you've got something that's got little heart stars, just use that. Oh, super cute little red squirrel right out my door. He's so cute. Okay, so what comes in your kit? You've got a whole bunch of ribbon. There's 8 feet of ribbon. There is 4 different colors of gems. These gems are from the muted palette dots. And then you've got 3 sheets of paper that have all sorts of cutie pies on them. You are going to cut out well, you won't end up using all of them, so you can cut them as you go if you'd like, or really they're adorable. So if you don't use them all, you can use them on something else. You decide. All right, so we're going to start with the first set of pages. So this is the first set of layouts. All of this stamping again is done with that album retreat set. So just find some leaves that you can tuck behind sentiments. You decide what you want your sentiment to be. But you've got 6 pieces of paper that are 3.5 by 10.5. So those just line up on the top. You've got your photo wells, 2 of these gold embellishments, and your fun little thing there. So you cut out your little pieces. I did dots along the edge of this paper, dashes all the way around the edge of this one, doodle marks along the edge if you want. I used a journaling pen to add the lines to this journal piece. But it's just fussy cutting and adding those fun little critters wherever you decide you want. Now, on most of the pages, that's why I did this one first. Most of the pages, all the gems are the same color. But on this one, you're going to use 3 little of the peach ones, 2 big of the yellow, 2 big of the blue, and 2 big of the green. Okay, that's it. And once you have those, then from here on, these 2 pages only have the yellow on them. So what is this kit? With this one, you've got 2 yellow bases. You've got, we'll go ahead and kind of lay them out. So you've got your 2 yellow bases. You've got 2 of these kinds of squares. These 2 you're going to cut into 3 by 4. The reason that I didn't do it for you is I want you to make sure that this one stays on this side and this one stays on that side so that when these 2 pages are flowing together, that middle section flows really nicely. So that's why I left that together for you. You are going to take first these orangish pieces and you're going to frame them on the top, so both pages. Then you're going to add your 3 by 4 pieces underneath that. Your 2 inch piece goes underneath that. And then this piece is going to have that same kind of frame around it that you had at the top. Oh, we're missing one. This guy right here. They go right in there. Okay. Then once you have these all set up, this closes the gap in the middle. And that's true for both the left and the right page. This one I put closer to the top, this one I put closer to the bottom, kind of to offset them. We've got our journaling spot down here. I didn't do the journal lines on this one, but you could if you need the lines. And then I just used some stamps to do some splash marks, little hearts, white dashes on one page, and then the black journaling around the edge so that you've got lots of different layers happening without having to do a lot of different layering, actually. That's a stamp, more splashy stamps down here, and then this is just cut out pieces that I've added to the page. Yeah, I know. Easy, fun. Love it. All right, with this one, what I did with stamps is stars and splashes. There, and then up here. That's it for stamping. And then obviously your sentiments, if you decide you wanted to add your sentiments. All right, so with this layout, it actually goes like this. Pardon the helicopter flying over. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 by 4 pieces. When you're adding those, I just want you to make sure that the bees are right side up and are flying with their wings on top and not their wings on the bottom. Excuse me, that'll just help with direction. Then, so that's these 4 pieces here. Then the white, so 3 by 4s are going to be on the top and the bottom. The white goes right through the middle with 3/4 of an inch on the left and the right. We've got our photo wells. This piece, I cut all the fruits out and added them to the design. This frame here, this is 2 sides of the frame. So we've got this whole thing here is going to get taped to this and cut out. And if you put it like this, then you really only have to cut out 2 sides and round out the corners rather than if you put it in the middle of the page, you would have to cut out all 4 sides. Just a little helpful hint. Again, we've got all these little bugs and doodads that are cut out from those first 3 pages on your kit. Loved the scenery and how it just kind of pulls the whole thing together. For me, it's going to be music pages. So we've got, our little clarinet player. We've got some kids up here dancing, and these guys are all jamming out together. So for me, this was all about music. All right, so let's move on to our next one. So this one starts with 4 6 by 6 squares. We've got 2 that have mushrooms on them. And then these 2 here, when you're figuring out where they're going, you just want to kind of turn until you figure out how they fall together, because they were at one point together, and I cut them in half. So you just want them, when they're placed on this page, you want them to flow through the middle real nicely like that. Get extra tape right in here. This one, I tied a little knot in that ribbon and then just tacked it down to the back. With this one that goes along the edge here, I actually used scrap paper and tacked it down with scrap paper on the back. It doesn't matter because it's going to go in an album and no one's ever going to see it. You've got your photo wells. Here's that mushroom piece that goes right here. And then a whole bunch of bugs that have been cut out and added. And all the stamping, again, is from those 2 stamp sets that I showed you in the beginning. Really simple, right? Let's look at our last page from this kit. All right, so with this layout, we're doing that same thing where we tape the frame to the paper and cut it out. I would say same rule applies, put it right down in the corner. And if you put it here, then again, you only have to cut out 2 sides. We've got our peach piece, that's petal pink, that goes on the bottom with the green piece on top of that. Then you've got your photo, well, then you're going to put these pieces down, your pattern pieces. Be mindful of which way the grass is going so that your grass and flowers are heading in the right direction. The other one has no top or bottom to it. All pretty, just swirly. All right, so you've got those pieces on, then we've got a big photo well, a long photo well. These 2 get added. Your frame, this I did the B first and then did the letters going out from there, and then add those other pieces so that you can fit everything in there real nice. Add your little critters, whatever critters you want to add, whatever stamps you want to do. I just did a couple little stars with this one. And then this one gets the blue gems. This is what I did with the cute as a bug paper, and just made me so happy. So I have a couple of these kits. Let me know if you want your name on one. Thanks for watching.